Welcome to Audit Archive, where we run you through some of the most questionable and rather atrocious police encounters. Today, we're looking at two different incidents where police officers failed to do their jobs by throwing a disabled homeless veteran to the ground and allowing a man to drown without bothering to help him. On October 9th, 2021, a homeless military veteran named Joshua Rower was standing in a narrow, raised median on Gaston Mall Drive at Cox Road in the city of Gastonia. Mr. Rower had been living out in the streets for quite some time, and he would often stand around the area with his dog nicknamed Sunshine. Note that Mr. Rower never stood around to beg for money in any way, but passing drivers would often stop by to speak with him and at times help him out with some change. At around 7 p.m. that day, Officer Maurice Taylor with the Gastonia Police Department noticed Mr. Rower standing in the median and promptly approached him to start accusing him of panhandling. Let's watch the footage.
I told you to move from over here. Hey, boy.
You told me what?
I told you that you had to move, man.
I did move.
No, you can't panhandle over here, man.
I'm not panhandling.
But when I saw you, you were, and you're still.
No, I'm not panhandling.
You're still here in the middle. Okay,
I don't have a sign or anything.
Well, you did when I saw you initially.
No, you didn't. Okay? No, you didn't. I've never had a sign. I haven't had a sign for
You're asking people for money, brother.
I'm not asking anybody for money.
You were.
No, I'm not.
You cannot
find anybody.
Okay, listen. The fact still remains. You cannot stand here in the middle of this intersection right here, okay?
Where's the law that says that I can't stand here?
There are many laws. No. Well, all right, I can literally. Listen,
I didn't ask her for it.
You cannot stand in the middle of this area, okay? You need to go.
Where's the statute that says that I cannot?
Okay, I'll show you. But as of right now, if you don't move right now, I'm gonna take you to jail. Okay?
For what? I'm
gonna tell you.
I'm a homeless person. I'm a homeless
you cannot stand. You cannot stand in the middle of this intersection.
But there's no law that says I can't stand here. I'm not asking for money.
This is not a sidewalk, sir.
There are several things to clarify after watching this portion of the footage. First of all, let's understand what panhandling really is. It's stated that panhandling means to solicit in person for an immediate donation of money or objects of value, with the intention that the money or object be transferred at that time and at that place for charity or personal gain. The means of solicitation may include, without limitation, using the spoken, written, or printed word, bodily gestures, signs, music, singing, or other street performance with the purpose of obtaining an immediate donation of money or other thing of value. Now, judging by this, it's quite easy to say that Mr. Rower was definitely not panhandling. He didn't have a sign asking for money, he didn't gesture for it, nor did he do anything that would imply he was soliciting. If someone drives by and hands him money, just like the lady in the footage did, it can be seen as an unsolicited donation, which is totally legal. Another concerning aspect of this encounter so far is the aggressive threat made by the officer, giving Mr. Rower two choices in the form of a threat: either move away from the median or go to jail. Except we know that Mr. Rower committed no crime. Watch how the officer soon realizes the same and lets him go.
So there's nothing else that you can do than other than be out here.
Not really, yeah. Okay. Not really, not, man. Except for getting help with them, and that's it, man. I'm doing what I got to do, and it's out of necessity, man.
All right, man. Listen, I just know that you can't be in the road. I don't care if you're on the sidewalk, man. Do what you got to do to live, man. And I really do wish you the best of luck.
Thank you. I wish you the best of luck.
I apologize that your country has underserved you. I honestly don't know your entire situation, so I can't really speak on it.
Right.
I know my situation. I mean, I know what I do through the VA.
Yeah.
I mean.
And I appreciate all your service, man. I'm sorry for the things that you've been through as well.
I mean, it's fine, man. It is what it is. Well, I wish you the best of luck, man. Good luck.
Have a good night.
It may seem like the encounter ends right there, but this is just the beginning. Before we move on, keep in mind that just the fact that Mr. Rower was not cited for anything nor taken to jail is enough to prove that he had indeed done nothing wrong. Keep this in mind as it will play a huge role soon. Anyway, it's obvious that Mr. Rower was allowed to do whatever he was doing, and his exchange with the officer solidified that. But then, a few days later, on October 13th, 2021, Mr. Rower was at the very same spot at a very similar time when Officer Sierra Brooks with the Gastonia PD noticed him and pulled over to speak to him. Note that Mr. Rower was once again not panhandling. He didn't ask for money and he didn't do anything that would imply that. He was simply standing there in the median with his dog.
I just saw you take money from that car.
Yeah, you saw me take money, but you didn't see me ask for it.
All right, let me get your ID, okay?
You can't ask for my ID for
Yes, I
somebody
can.
giving me money.
Okay, get your dog, okay? Yes, I can. It's called panhandling.
But it's not panhandling if I didn't ask for it, is it?
ID. You can give me your ID or you can go to jail for RDO. Which one you want to do?
What's the ID for that?
Because I'm about to write you a citation
For what?
for panhandling.
That's not panhandling.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. If you come up to me and give me money...
You walked out to the car.
Because they stopped. Did you see them
Okay.
stop?
Give me your
you
ID.
saw the whole situation.
Give me your ID or you're going to jail for RDO, which is resist, delay, obstruct. Okay?
You're gonna write a disabled veteran that's living in the woods a ticket.
Yes, because I asked you not to do it, and you
I
did
didn't do it. You
and I
see
sit
me.
there
I
and
come up
watched
here.
you.
I'm packing my stuff
I
up.
sit there and watched you.
You watch me walk up the
To
sidewalk.
Baker Third City. I'm out with that subject. Send me
Like
another
you
one.
literally watch me walk up the sidewalk.
Okay,
you
give me your
watch the
ID,
car
sir.
stop.
Give me your ID.
You're gonna write me a ticket.
Yes.
Oxford and Gaskell Drive.
Yes.
I didn't commit a crime. I'm recording.
You violated a city
No, I
ordinance.
didn't. No, I didn't. There's no city ordinance that says somebody can't give me money. Because I
And
did
you
not ask.
obstructed traffic.
No, I didn't. They
Okay.
did. They did. They obstructed
Give me
traffic.
your
You're
ID.
the one in the car.
Give me your ID, sir.
I'm not giving you my ID because I didn't break the law.
Ethan Handler, Ethan
I'm
Ford.
not doing it.
Before he requested a sergeant.
I'm doing all right, sir.
Well, just saw with him. I told him he couldn't be on the median.
Yeah,
Right,
that's why
and
I
I
was
just saw
backing my stuff
him
up.
walk out to a car to get money.
Yeah, I saw him at the Circle K the other day with the car.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
So
mean-
now he's refusing to give me his ID because I'm going to write him for violating the city
she's
ordinance.
trying to write me a ticket because I was walking up this, packing
No.
up. She told me to pack up.
I told
And
you,
was
I-
literally rolling up my roll,
listen.
and somebody stopped and
I
gave
told
me
you
money.
not
and
to
you saw it
panhandle.
yesterday. He saw it too. People
You-
give me money without me
Okay.
asking. I don't have to ask.
Because you're, first of all, I mean, it can be inferred, okay? Because that's the way the law works.
Right.
Things can be inferred. So if it appears that you're violating the ordinance,
But-
that's how that works.
Right, but if
So,
you think-
so let me tell you.
As seen in the footage, Officer Brooks immediately jumped out of her patrol vehicle and accused Mr. Rower of panhandling. She justified it by claiming that someone gave him money and she witnessed it happen. But again, as we've already discussed, that would be considered a voluntary or unsolicited donation, which is certainly legal. Officer Brooks went as far as to threaten Mr. Rower with a ticket for RDO, resist, delay, obstruct. RDO is defined in GS 14-223A, which approves that any person who shall willfully and unlawfully resist, delay, or obstruct a public officer in discharging or attempting to discharge an official duty is guilty of a Class 2 misdemeanor. It goes without saying that this would be a bogus charge as Mr. Rower was clearly not doing any of that. We can say that Officer Brooks was trying to find any reason to make him comply with her unlawful orders. Also, bear in mind that law enforcement may detain you if the officer believes that you are involved in criminal activity or have information about a crime. But there was no crime, and the officers were essentially harassing Mr. Rower at this point. If standing in the median was an issue, all they had to do was tell him to leave. But they decided to wrongly accuse him of panhandling.
there you go.
No, your state ID, not your VA
This
ID.
isn't valid. It's not valid.
I need your state ID, not your VA ID. I'm gonna ask you one more time.
It's not even valid.
Give me your
It's
state
out of
ID.
date.
All right, turn around.
What
Turn
for,
around.
dude?
Turn around.
Are you kidding
Turn
me?
around.
You
Turn
don't
around.
see this?
Turn around.
Somebody help me! Hey, what are you doing?
Stop.
What are you doing?
Sir.
Mama!
Hey,
What are you
hey.
doing?
Call your dog off. 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 Sir, call your dog off. Call your dog off. He just bet me. He bet me. Call your dog off. To Charlie. Call your dog off. Call your dog off. Call your dog off. Call your dog off. We need. To Charlie 10 City. We need more units. We need more units.
Hey! Stop! Why are you doing this? Somebody help me!
Turn around.
Record!
Turn around.
Record this!
Turn around, sir.
Help me!
Turn around.
Help!
Turn around.
Why are you doing this?
No, take that. Charlie's 10 was bit by the dog.
It bit my foot and I knew it was going to bite you, sir.
Charlie, was bit by the dog.
Help me! What are you doing?
Negative.
Relax and give me your hand.
Why are you doing this? I haven't done anything. I'm cooperating.
His dog bit him.
Somebody help me record this.
I hit you, but
Please help me.
trying to get something from him and it won't happen. I have to do what I have to do. The dog bit me.
We're at
No, I
the
didn't, because you shot him with a taser.
and gas him off.
Please help me. Why are y'all doing this to me? Sunshine Ray. I need my dog. She's my medical device. Where's my dog? Where's my dog? Where's my dog? Where's my dog? Where's my dog, man? What are y'all doing?
We've just seen both officers demand ID from Mr. Rohrer, which he refused because he didn't see anything wrong with what he was doing. Soon enough, Officer Taylor, who spoke to Mr. Rohrer a few days back, suddenly ordered him to place his hands behind his back before physically restraining him. Officer Brooks also joined in, and both officers slammed Mr. Rohrer against the patrol vehicle while placing him in handcuffs. This was when Mr. Rohrer's dog, Sunshine, allegedly bit Officer Taylor's foot. Now, it's impossible to verify whether that was true, but the footage didn't catch Sunshine being overly aggressive. It was of course concerned and confused as to what was happening to its owner, which ties in with the aggression against Mr. Rohrer, who wasn't resisting nor trying to fight back. Eventually though, Officer Taylor deployed his taser at Sunshine, which made it run away into the streets. Ultimately, Gaston County Jail records show that Rohrer, a former Kentucky National Guardsman, was arrested at the scene and charged with 2 misdemeanor counts of resisting an officer, a misdemeanor count of begging for money, and a solicit from highway infraction. He was freed the next afternoon on $3,000 bail, according to the records. Friends posted his bail, according to a GoFundMe site that in just days raised $13,250 from 350 donors. Rohrer planned to use the money for his legal fees, housing costs, and mental health treatment. Rohrer suffers from post-traumatic stress disorder, according to the fundraising page established by friend Gina Ramsey. Meanwhile, Sunshine was found and temporarily held by animal care. But according to posts made on social media by friends of Mr. Rohrer, Sunshine left the premises where she was being temporarily housed, entered a roadway, and was struck and killed by a passing vehicle. Later on, in 2022, Officer Brooks received a 3-day disciplinary suspension without pay in January, and Taylor resigned in February. Then, on July 6, Mr. Rohrer's panhandling and resisting arrest charges were dismissed. No further updates have been made as of yet. This incident occurred on May 28, 2022, when the Tempe Police Department responded to a report of domestic violence outside of the Tempe Center. When officers arrived, they spoke to a 34-year-old Sean Bickings and his companion, who cooperated fully and denied that any physical argument had taken place. Neither were being detained for any offense, but things took a turn for the worse.
Huh? What? Okay. Hi. What's going on?
I was just having a conversation.
Okay, I can't understand what you're saying when you're looking down and mumbling.
I'm just having a little bit of conversating issues with my Mr. myself. But it's all good. I'm just frustrated to see that.
Okay,
He's just not listening to what
did you guys get into a physical confrontation?
No, nothing like that. No.
Okay.
No, our conversations do get loud. Just we like.
Can you talk to
sometimes?
Can you talk to us?
Talk sometimes sometimes.
Okay. What's your first name?
I think
Probably. What's your
Yeah, I
first name?
remember you.
What's your first name?
Susanna. I was just looking at my stuff off the
Susanna.
I just-
What's your last name?
Smith.
Okay, so you're saying nothing physical happened today?
No,
between-
no, it's just.
Who is that guy over there?
That's my husband, and he's
Are you guys
he's just
legally
kept-
married?
By his ancestral traditional laws, because he's from Japan, so I don't write his ancestral traditional laws because It's just part of this. But according to...
Are you gathering up your stuff?
Yes, and he's fine. He didn't do nothing wrong.
Okay.
He just, like, we have a bad habit of interrupting each other sometimes.
Yeah.
And it's frustrating when we have stuff that we have to finish from thoughts. But,
Susan, do you usually stay in the river bottom?
no, I do not actually.
No?
I don't stay in the river bottom. I stay with one of my friends. And, you know,
What are you diagnosed
one of my
with?
friends who has my partner.
What are you diagnosed with?
It's important to know that officers usually have a set protocol when responding to domestic abuse calls. In general, every time a police officer responds to the scene of a domestic violence incident, the officer should fill out a domestic incident report, which describes what happened and provides a space for you to make a statement and sign the report. You have the right to free copies of this report. So the officers are simply gathering information at this point, and what they've learned is that there was no altercation. All the officers now speak to Mr. Bickings, the husband. Watch closely what happens during their conversation.
He was too far away. He saw him swinging in her general direction.
What?
I couldn't see.
That was us. I was here my wife. That's what
She thinks you're from Japan.
I am from Japan.
Right now, we don't.
Real quick, can I talk to you? Okay. And then we will get you out here, okay?
Okay, so, you just sit right there.
That's not a residence.
Sorry, I might be going out. I got bad liver problems. I just
You have bad knee problems?
liver problems.
Liver problems. They had a study recently that said skinny jeans make your liver problems worse.
Oh yeah, that's right. You lose your hair. See?
The water makes you lose your hair?
This water, this lake, yeah. I can believe that. You guys stay over the river bottom or what?
No, I don't do that, man. Okay.
I asked the same thing. Do a lot of raking around here?
Yeah, that's where when I go down there, I have no mind to pick rocks and everything.
You do what?
Pick the rocks, find things.
Gets a little worked up when you get a little bit of anxiety.
It's good I do drink much coffee. I'm not going to drink coffee.
Oh, yeah.
It's the acidity. Do I drink coffee now?
Sorry, guys. What? I'm sorry. Where you going? Huh?
What are you doing, my friend?
As seen in the footage, the officers engaged in a rather casual conversation with Mr. Bickings, who claimed that he had liver problems and suffered from a few other complications. Amidst this, the footage captured him jumping over a 4-foot metal fence. Now, one would think that the officer's natural response should have been to quickly try to stop Mr. Bickings and prevent him from jumping over, but for some reason, such was not the case. The officers were rather unbothered and apparently didn't think much of it. This situation turns really bad really quickly.
Huh? What are you doing?
I gotta go for a swim. Right, I'm free to go, right? You can't swim in the lake, man. I'm free to go, right?
You're not allowed to swim in the lake. How far do you think he's going to be able to swim?
You gotta keep an eye.
Yeah.
Well, you guys got to stay here in case he gets out. I'll get that to get you with the boat.
All right.
Pipeball 12, the subject that Pipeball 11 was running was jumped in the lake and was trying to swim away.
Pretty sure there's like turbines at the base of the dam that get sucked into the
After jumping over the fence and crawling down to the lake, Mr. Bickings told the officers that he was going for a swim since he was not being detained. Even though the officers told him he wasn't allowed to do that, neither of them really made an effort to stop him from jumping into the lake. Once again, their nonchalant attitude was obvious, and it cost them. Mr. Bickings reportedly swam 30 to 40 yards before he started to show signs of distress. The body camera footage does not show the entire incident due to the sensitive nature of the remaining portion of the recording, but officials released a transcript detailing the remainder of the incident instead. He soon went under and did not resurface, according to a statement from Tempe Police Department. None of the officers jumped in to save Bickings, and when the woman begged them to intervene, they threatened to detain her, transcripts show. Unfortunately, Mr. Bickings passed away due to drowning. It was reported that Mr. Bickings told officers he was drowning 3 times and asked for help 2 times, the transcript shows. As the woman begged the officers to save the black man's life, one officer announced Bickings went under the water 30 seconds ago and had not resurfaced. Reports show that the Tempe Fire Medical and Rescue pulled his body from the water around 11:30 a.m. Smith said she suffers from severe anxiety, and Bickings was the only family she had left. She tried to jump over the railing at one point, the transcript shows. "I'm just distraught because he's drowning right in front of you, and you won't help," she said. Following this incident, Mr. Bickings' mother filed a wrongful death claim against the city. Attorneys said Mr. Bickings' mother has suffered from constant mental and emotional anguish since her son died. She is seeking $3 million. The November 15th notice of claim, a precursor to a lawsuit, alleges officers failed to stop Bickings, 34, from jumping into the lake, ignored his desperate pleas for help as he struggled in the water, and stood and watched as he drowned. The officers, who were not identified by authorities, were placed on routine administrative paid leave following the incident, but are now back on duty. The lawsuit remains active, and a settlement has yet to be reached. Be sure to check out our previous video, where we cover another outrageous police encounter